With CDL rank play coming out and being the head coach of Atlanta FaZe, I am here to provide you all the loadouts that the pro players are using currently right now so you can have a better experience in your CDL rank play. Let's get right into it. Starting with the MCW, this is the main class or the main AR that everyone has been using. If you were watching the CDL, you know this is probably one of the best multiplayer weapons that you can use that is not GA'd or obviously banned by pro players. And this class right here is my personal favorite. Now, I know a lot of pro players have been switching over to the flash hider build, which we'll get to in a second, but this one specifically right here is an absolute beam. You have the billeted break, the X10 Phantom hand stop, the barrel, the stock, and then I use the slate reflector, but you can use the MK3 reflector for all these builds that I'm showing you right now. You could either use, kind of whatever red dot, makes you happy. It doesn't matter. But this one right here with the billeted break is going to have probably the easiest recoil control out of all the ones that I'm about to show you. It does take off a little bit of range with that billeted break over the flash hider, but this thing's an absolute laser beam. Probably my favorite gun to use, and overall my number one. But again, you guys want to see what the pro players are using, not an old retired coach. Let's move on to the next one. This next one's a weird one, but this is going to be the no muzzle MCW. Personally, I don't recommend this one. I've seen a few pro players experiment with this one. No one on FaZe uses this class mainly, but I just want to show you every class that you can use just so you can find what works out for you. Of course, it's not always what certain people are using and whatnot, but this class right here is pretty self-explanatory. You take off the muzzle and you throw on the rear grip, which is the claw rear grip. This is going to help you with your aim, firing, stability, your gun control, and your recoil control. Just a kind of a different way of just the recoil pattern, the way the gun shoots. Still really accurate, still limited recoil. Not my favorite personally, but let's go on to the one that you guys all want to see, and that is what the FaZe ARs are using. So right here is going to be Draza's favorite assault rifle class, the MCW class right here, and it has the flash hider, the DR6 hand stop, the cyclone barrel, the slate reflector, and then the regal heavy stock. Now, Draz uses either the slate reflector or the MK3 reflector. He goes back and forth all the time. Again, a lot of pro players kind of go back and forth of kind of whatever they're feeling, whatever they're frying with. But this is a really good build too, and the reason why a lot of pro players also choose to use this build is because of the fact that this flash hider right here, if you look at these stats, you can see that it does not take off effective damage range. And then you pull up the stats right here. You have a 32 meter effective damage range. With the billeted class that I showed you, it's 30 meters away. So that 2 meter distance can definitely make a difference between you getting a 3 bullet kill or a 4 bullet kill, and adding that one extra bullet, slows the time to kill down. So a lot of people don't like using the billeted break for that reason. Still, I think that one's really easy to shoot, where this one's a tad bit harder to shoot. Not really. And then the DR6 hand stop is really good for flex players, and the reason why is it's going to give you a lot of strafe speed. That aim walking speed, the aim down sight speed, and the movement speed kind of keeps you at a faster pace. This gun's really fun to use. I do like this build, and if you're a little bit more of a skilled player or a faster player, you can very easily use this MCW and do really, really well. So this is a Draza favorite. This is a FaZe favorite. They like it a lot, and hopefully you guys enjoy that build. Now, moving over to the next build that you're going to see, it is very similar. The only difference between the one that I'm showing you now and the one that I just showed you that Draza loves to use is the underbarrel. And the underbarrel right here, the Phantom hand stop, this is really good for sprint to fire speed, your aim down sight speed as well. But the DR6 hand stop keeps you moving at a little bit more of a faster pace. Now, you would think I was about to say that Celium uses this build and Draza uses the one that's more for a flex, but the reason why I kind of highlighted it for the Draza build is that that's more of a flex kind of MCW. So if you were more of a faster paced AR, you should be using that build. But Celium also does use the DR6 hand stop, so he loves to use that as well, just because, again, he's more of a faster paced player when it comes to actual gunfights and the way he plays and the way he strafes and the way he moves. But a lot of main ARs, instead of using the DR6 hand stop, use this right here, which is the X10 Phantom hand stop. It's going to be a little bit more snappy. It's going to help your recoil control as well. You can see that between this and then the DR6, the movement speed's really good for the DR6, but the recoil control is a little bit better with this one, and it's going to help down your ADS just as much as the DR6. So this one's really good too for more of the post-up kind of player and just a little bit extra recoil control. So this is going to shoot like this. But still very good. Again, very minimal difference between all of these builds. The MCW is just so godlike. But yeah, that's every single MCW loadout that I would probably say most pros are running right now. I'm sure there's some other ones that are weird. If you have any, make sure you guys comment below on any secret, crazy meta builds that people or pro players don't know about. And now let's move over to that SMG. And speaking of SMGs, this right here is exactly what Simp and Ibiza use. This is the class. It hasn't changed since day one. You have your Purifier muzzle brake that's going to help that horizontal recoil control. And then, of course, the DR6 hand stop for the movement speed, the clear shot barrel for the range and the recoil, the Marauder stock, and then the Vice Assault grip for more recoil. This gun is insane. Obviously, you've seen these guys play really, really well with this weapon in their hands. Very fun gun to use. Very satisfying gun to use as well. But yeah, that's the exact build that the Atlanta FaZe players are using. This is the rival build right here. And there's one other rival build that I've seen other pro players use, and that is right here on your screen. The only difference between these builds is that the X10 Phantom hand stop over the DR6 hand stop. So again, this one has faster strafe speed. This one with the Phantom hand stop is going to be a little bit snappier. Just the way, you know, you kind of have like the ADS and it's snappy, but also it's a little bit easier to control with the recoil control. I personally think the DR6 hand stop's a little bit better. I think strafe speed in gunfights is really important. If you shoot this gun, you're just going to have a little bit less of a left-to-right strafe, but you're going to have a nice snappy shot, and the recoil should be just a little bit easier to control. So nothing too crazy. That's just the only other way you can kind of change up the rival. A lot of people don't really change up their rival build just because this one just seems to be the best. And I have one last class for you, and that is the pistol. This pistol right here is basically, you can only use attachments that help your movement speed, so you don't have a lot of options with all the pro player GAs and stuff, just to make sure the pistol's not super overpowered. But yeah, the competition barrel, slate reflector, and then the Eclipser grip just for, again, a little bit more movement speed. And there you have it. That's the pistol that you can use. Last time I made a video like this, people really wanted to see the pistol class too. There it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these builds. If these do help your rank play experience, drop a like on a video, share it to a friend to make sure they're using the right stuff. I hope you guys enjoy that CDL rank play, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.